Hey guys, today I am going to be talking about trading webinars, and you guys have probably seen these everywhere. It's kind of the industry's go-to for sales letters. In fact, they're called video sales letters or VSLs. And I wanted to talk about some of the ones that I watch and have bought products from. Some you might want to watch, some you might want to buy the products from. The next thing is a lot of these trading webinars are recorded, and they will be fairly low cost products that actually are pretty high value a lot of the time, at least in my experience, have been pretty high value. And so these trading webinars that I've put together, these 10 free trading webinars worth watching, are all products that are high value. They may take a little bit of time to watch to figure out what the guy's talking about, whether it's something that's right for you. And then the product that they offer at the end often is pretty valuable, like pretty good value for money. So thought I'd go through that. Before we get started talking about webinars, we're actually doing a webinar on the 25th of June. So in just about a week at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're doing an upgrade to our SpyATM alert service in conjunction with Phil from SpyATM. And we're doing a live webinar so you guys can chat with us. This product is not a cheap product. It's not one of these ones I'm going to be talking about in terms of like it's like $49. This is a higher ticket item, higher quality item in a lot of ways for active people who want to trade at 10:30 every single day. We've just made a huge improvement to the algo behind the system, and it already returned 225% before we improvement before the improvement. Like that was over the last 18 months. So before we improved it 225%. In this webinar we're going to reveal exactly how much more that it's actually done since then, using backtesting as well, obviously, because we've not been running it for the year and a half. But usually it's the only way you can do these things in this industry. So remember, this will be June 25th. The best way to do this is if you want to come and join us. First thing is you want to hit the notify me button on this page. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check out the webinar like holding page here. We're gonna have a chat that you can talk about stuff with everybody. There is also the possibility of doing like subscribing to my channel. I don't ask people to subscribe that often because honestly, I think it's kind of a vanity metric, but it's something that could help the channel. I don't know. Supposedly it does. So if you want to hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and it will give you an alert when we go live with this new daily SpyATM alert service. It's version 1.1. So we started with version 1, and now we're going to be on to version 1.1. So Phil is an amazing trader. He's always revising, testing all this stuff to make the best possible services that you can possibly find, and he's going to go into detail at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in a week from now, June 25th, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, one last thing before we get into all of these free webinars that I want to link you to in case you want to watch them on all different types of trading, from investing to options trading to day trading stocks to penny stocks to options, everything. One last thing that I really think you need to do is to sign up for the free giveaway. So we're doing something that we don't really normally do, and that's giving away a free lifetime subscription to the new SpyATM alert service version 1.1, so the improved version. So it's improved on this plus 225% return. It's an improved version. You can learn more at the webinar, so definitely come to the webinar. But what I really want you to do is go to the link in the description below. I'll make it the very first link that you see. It'll take you to this page right here. Do you want to win the lifetime subscription to our SpyATM alert service? 10:30 every single day, daily SPY options with nearly an 80% success rate. If you want that, what you need to do is to go down here and click here to visit the phone number submission form. Winner will only be announced via SMS. So we're going to click here. This is the form you fill out. Now this is important because we've tried doing this with email, and the problem is we can't get in contact with the winners via email. We've tried, and their emails go to spam or something. So what we decided to do this time is to do an SMS. So got to put your phone number in. We're not going to sell it to anybody. We're not going to spam you with anything. We might send you a reminder before the webinar starts, so you're like, hey, okay, cool. I just got a text. The webinar is going to start. I should probably watch this to see if it's something I even want to win. But once you've entered your name, your email, and most importantly, your phone number in this bracket down here, we'll be able to send you an SMS if you have won the prize draw, which we'll do during the live webinar, and we'll give a hint of who's won. So we'll say the last 4 digits of your number plus your name or something like that to let you know. So definitely go and do that before you watch the rest of this video. So make sure you go and check that out, because I think this is worth thousands of dollars, could change your life. Definitely worth checking out. The SpyATM landing page is right here. You can see we've had some amazing results. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. There is tons of testimonials here that you can read as well. So it's something you really want to have access to, especially if you can get it completely for free for life. It's amazing. It's one of the best deals out there. And trust me, I look at these things all day, every day, have done for the last decade and a half. So definitely check it out. Hopefully you guys can make it to the webinar. Hopefully you win the free lifetime subscription free giveaway. All right, so let's get started on today's content. Hopefully you guys are still with me. So this is my blog. I don't do a lot of blogging anymore. It's kind of like an old school thing, but sometimes it's worth just like it's almost like note taking, so you put down like the links for people to check out so I don't have to link to every single thing in the description in the video. So what you need to do if you want to look at any of these webinars is basically just check for this one link in the description below, and it's the 10 free trading webinars worth watching link, and this is what you'll find. So you find some stuff about my YouTube channel, my Facebook group, which some people join. It's a good way to keep in contact with me, with services I'm reviewing, that kind of thing. Stuff like data traders I work with, and all this kind of stuff. And so in here I said, let's be real, most free trading webinars come with a catch, right? They're not free for just free for fun's sake. They're there because there's a product or service waiting for you at the end of the webinar. What a lot of people don't realize is there is a bunch of webinars out there that are not going to then pitch you a $2,000 product. They're going to pitch you a $49 product, which is actually really, really worthwhile. It's called a front end product, and they're often very, very valuable and very easy to get. And they're counting on you loving it so much that you're going to buy their expensive products. But here's the key, you don't actually have to buy their expensive products, right? Shouldn't be saying this, but you don't have to buy their expensive products. You can just buy the front end service, which is pitched at the end of their VSL or free trading webinar virtual sales letter. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that it's not worth your time to watch these. They can be time consuming. There are a couple of tricks that I'm going to show you in this video where you can get around that and kind of bypass the problem with the time consumption, which is and always annoys me. I look at these all the time. Some of them do offer insightful, eye-opening strategies, not in detail all the time, but enough to make you dig deeper and think, okay, maybe I'll try that with something else. Maybe not with this product, but with this one. Maybe I'll check this. Maybe I'll make my own strategy. So these are worth watching for a variety of different reasons. You just have to know which ones to watch. And that's what I'm trying to do here is filter them down for you so that you can look at these and check them out. So in no particular order, here's some of the latest trends in the investment community that I've seen from crypto, because it's been really bullish so far. Like it's been just really strong, to options trading, to investing, and everything in between, day trading. These are the webinars that you might want to check out if you haven't already. They won't ask for thousands of dollars, literally $49, $100. I think the most is like $179, so nothing too extreme. All right, the first one I want you to check out is Bitcoin loophole. So most don't know about this, and they think that they need a crypto wallet, or just like it's some sort of scam, because a lot of traders like me think that crypto is a scam, but it's not. I'm actually a member of multiple crypto services, and they've been really good. So this first one is the Bitcoin loophole. So you just click on here. Hopefully these links all still work. I haven't checked them for a while. Just put in your email access. They'll give you a whole spiel about the new Bitcoin loophole that they found using your regular brokerage account. This has been really popular, so definitely check that one out. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly so you guys don't get too bored. Here's another one, 5-day income trader. So this is weekly income trading. Hopefully this link loads. Every time I do this, I hope the link loads, because who knows if it will or not. These are Iron Condors, easy to do, easy to place, lots of good education. It's an easy free webinar to watch. If you've ever been interested in the idea of an Iron Condor, which is really just two spreads separated out so that the market can go sideways and you still make money, put your name and get in on this webinar and you'll learn something from it for sure. One that did well during the memorial sale that I did was this RPL Investment Secret webinar, which you might want to check out. Basically, they're saying a radical shift could hit the market soon, sending hundreds of America's most popular stocks crashing. Most people don't see it coming. And if you hold on to the wrong type of stocks when this event hits, it could mean total financial ruin because it could erase years of gains from investors' portfolios. Weiss, so if you're familiar with Weiss ratings, has identified 5 toxic stocks you should dump immediately and issued the names and ticker symbols of 3 under the radar picks that could thrive in this market. And this is for free, so you just click on this link right here. Again, let's hope it loads and go through the webinar. Doesn't take too long. Now, one trick here, and I'll try it on this one. I don't know if it'll work. Let's play it.
Hi, my name is Tom Mustard, and
Sometimes if you pause and then go up here, this is exactly what I hope to show you. If you pause it and you don't want to watch the whole webinar, because often you can't pause them right, you can do this trick where you click it, stop it, go up as if you're leaving, and they'll be like, oh my God, wait. And you can go here and you can either continue webinar or you can read the transcript for the webinar, right? So you can read through it at your own time, your own pace, go through it all. Obviously, it seems like a lot because it's normally spoken, it goes faster when you speak it. But you can go through it all, see if it's something you're interested in, and find the offer right down the bottom. For example, right here, see today's special offer for Weiss Ratings Plus, and you can go from there. So yeah, so it's one trick with these webinars that you can do. Not all of them it works with, but a lot of them it does because they know they don't want to lose those people that are going to click on them, get bored after like 5 minutes, and then move off somewhere else. And I get all this feedback all the time. Oh, I don't want to watch a webinar for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes. It's just a nightmare. And I agree, it can be a pain. So anyway, that's a secret little trick. Pretend you're leaving. Sometimes it'll pop up with transcript and you can go from there. So anyway, that was very interesting if you're interested in that kind of stuff. $1 trillion robot was also one that did well during the recent Weiss sale that I had. So you click on the $1 trillion robot stuff. This is it right here. And they have some really fascinating information in here that you'd really love, especially if you're into things like AI, this kind of stuff. Then you should definitely watch this video. And again, it might be one of those ones that you can skip.
Jensen Huang recently gave the keynote speech at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. When the Nvidia CEO walked on stage, you could have heard a pin drop. The market hung on his every word.
Okay, let's pretend we're leaving. Yep, there you go. So Weiss obviously is very good at this. Not all of them are. Read transcript. Don't watch the whole video if it's too slow for you. You can't speed these videos up, which is what I normally do with videos. Unfortunately, they're all designed to keep you going here. This is cheap though. It's a $7 stock that's helping Nvidia's $1 trillion robot. It teaches you how to do it. Watch it. It's worth it. All right, so that's that one. SOS. So this is a new service that I've been working with. It's called Netflix. They've been around for like 35 years, one of the oldest services out there. And one of the veteran traders there is basically running a simple calls and puts service that's been profitable. And I'm a member. It's been profitable for 5 years. And he shows all his track records and they all seem legit. Very, very good. Let's click on this. This one wasn't working earlier, so hopefully it works now. If not, I'll make sure by the time I upload this video. Yeah, here we go. So simple puts and calls, options trading seminar, our most beginner-friendly option strategy ever, copy and trade, be first in line. I just steal this report. I think it's just a simple report and a seminar that replays. Definitely check that out if you're just looking for a new strategy for calls and puts. Really good. I like it a lot. Good track record. All right, some of my favorites are now coming up. So I'm not a huge investor. I would rather do stuff that makes me money fast, right? I guess you guys are probably the same. Some of you, obviously, I know a lot of you bought these previous stuff that I just promoted here, essentially from these guys, because, a lot of you told me you had. So here's one that I really like. Tim Bowen's Money Bar webinar. And I've talked about this nonstop on my channel for weeks now. And I have people that are saying they're making money with it. People are still confused. Watch the webinar. He's a 20-year veteran trader, Tim Bowen. He's got this indicator or scanner called the money bar, and it's really simple. Just click on the link in the description below. It'll be in this article, and it's called the money bar. The money bar indicator shows you how much bullish fuel your favorite stocks have left in the tank. So these are low float, small cap penny stocks. If you haven't heard me bang the table about this, if you're looking to trade pre market or near the market open on these, and you don't want to trade options, you want to just trade the stocks, this is one of the number one tools out there from what I've found. Let's see if it'll do the thing where you can skip and go to the transcript. I don't think it does, but let's try. Not a good start. I don't even hear the sound. Let's see
To
here.
go
Here we
higher
go.
and which stocks have most likely hit their peak by exploiting a little known bullish force unlike anything you've likely seen before. And it all starts with this bar you see right here. What you're looking at is a gauge that can tell you how much bullish fuel the stock has left in the tank, meaning the more times the bar fills up, the higher the stock can go. For example, look what happened just recently. At 8:45 a.m. on December 19th,
All right, you guys don't need to see these examples. I do examples in this almost every other day now, and in my blog and my videos. If you just scroll through my channel, you'll see them of some of these amazing winners. Let's see if it does the thing though. It doesn't do the thing.
the
So the
bar
problem with
started to
this one is you do have to watch the whole webinar. It doesn't last that long though, and it's worth it if you want to trade these types of stocks. Now I know a lot of people have gone to options over the years. These stocks have some really particular advantages that you don't have to worry about the Greeks. You don't have to worry about like time decay. You don't have to worry about volatility. You can trade it pre-market. You can get in and out pre-market. You can get in pre-market, out post-market. You can do whatever you want, and that's where these low-cost, low-float stocks really come into their own. So definitely check out this VSL if you get a chance. Tim Sykes is basically a collaborator, a business partner with Tim Bowen, and he is a supernova tripwire. And basically, this is a webinar right here. Hopefully, it loads. Here we go. Here's Tim Sykes.
Of investing are dead. The conventional investing strategies that worked just fine for your dad or your granddad or your great granddad will get you killed in today's market.
He's not wrong. So if you invest in the market, you're not going to retire wealthy. You might retire with $1 million if you put, everything into your 401k. $1 million 30 years from now is going to be barely livable. It's not going to give you a good retirement. It's not worth it. You have to do something else. So he's not wrong when he says this. It's definitely interesting. The cool thing is you can join this particular service, which is really low cost, just by clicking this link right here. So you don't even need to watch the whole webinar. If you can't stand Tim Sykes, sometimes people can't take him. I actually like the guy, but his presentation can get a little annoying. So you can just click this button and join the system if you want to right away. So yeah, easy enough. All right, the last few here are some of my favorites. So if you're a regular of watching my channel or my Discords or my Facebook group, you'll know I love Nate Bear stuff. You'll know that I've recently gotten more into Jack Kellogg, who is a guy who turned 10,000 into 1.8 million in a year. Nate Bear himself turned 37,000 into millions over the years, and his services are phenomenal. So these three last are probably my favorite. Opening Bell Aftershocks is a new system where Nate Bear finds massive options movers that are at the opening bell from earnings the day before. So not like a week before, like his normal service, which would be like this bottom one, but actually the same day or the night before these earnings have come out, and he moves. Sometimes you see these move 100% within like 20 minutes, and they're phenomenal. So you got to be available at the opening bell. They're not super frequent, but they're included in the Nate Bear Profit Surge Trader subscription. So you're not just counting on these particular, alerts. These are day trades. These are swing trades. So they're part of the same service, and a lot of people don't realize that. These haven't been as frequent as I'd hoped. There is a scanner that does show them up. I've tried a few, they've worked really great, but they're not always there. So the Opening Bell Aftershocks webinar does talk about them, talks about the theory behind them a little bit. Let's open up and see what it has to say if it still works. All right, let's see what Nate's saying here.
Hey, Nate Bear here. It's 9:30 a.m. Take a look at the stock APP. It announced a huge earnings win after the market closed yesterday, and now it's up big time in the pre-market. I'm going to enter this trade quickly, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, I just bought 2 contracts for 80 cents each. I'm going to start this timer here just so we can demonstrate how fast these earth-shaking profits can happen in the morning. We'll check back shortly, but while we wait on this trade, I want to make something clear. You must be ready to wake up and trade at 9:30 a.m. to take advantage of this powerful strategy.
It's true, they do take off straight out the gate usually, so you have to be available. But remember, this is part of Profit Search Trader, which we're going to spend a little bit more time on in just a few minutes. This one, it looks like there isn't a way
If
to
you're willing to
escape
do
it.
this, then
So you're going to have to watch it. I think it's worth watching. These strategies are proven by academic papers, institutions, along with the. Oh, here we go. There we go. Now it shows it. Read the transcript. So there's the secret, right? Read the transcript. So always look for that. So the second to last, Jack Kellogg's masterclass webinar. Jack Kellogg is an amazing trader, made millions and millions and millions and millions, ridiculous number of millions. I think it's like 18 millions.
Guest today
He
is
was
showing all
he was one of Tim Sykes' millionaire students. I think he's made 18 million now, but he made 10,000 to 1.8 in just 12 months in his IRA. So this is what this masterclass is, just really low cost money back guarantee. And a lot of these have money back guarantees. Remember, they're not set in stone. They're their front end low cost product. They lose money on them. They know most people will refund them if they don't like them. And so they're willing to do it. And so this is why these webinars are so valuable for people like you guys and for me. And so definitely check this one out. How Kellogg turned 10,000 into 1.8 million in 12 months without using leverage, without touching crypto, options, forex. See the strategy below. And he interviews, so Tim Sykes interviews Jack Kellogg in detail on this. And I don't know if there's an escape plan.
the receipts. Take a
Let's
look
see.
at this brokerage statement. This is from a retirement account that had just $10,641.84 back in January of 2024. In yet just over a year, our guest today grew this account all the way to over $4.1 million.
Look at this thing. Wow. 4.1 million from 10,000. Let's see if it does the getaway. Nope, still isn't
And
doing
the
the
best
getaway.
part is
So you may have to watch this one. I said that on the last one, so maybe there's a secret. Nope, nope, we can't go get away from it. So you may have to watch this in full. It's really interesting. Jack Kellogg's a really cool guy. It's a little bit showy. Feels like the reading from teleprompters a little bit, so it's not the best. But it's worth it given the information and mindset that's inside this particular course that he pitches at the end of it. I found a lot of value in it and I've been training for a long time. I think it's worth it. Definitely check it out. Watch the webinar if you can. All right, and finally, one of my favorite, Nate Bear, Profit Search Trader. I've known about Nate since the days of Raging Bull when he worked there and was one of the most popular gurus and still is. And that was because he turned 37,000 into millions. We talked a little bit about his opening bell aftershocks, but his main system is Profit Search Trader. So Profit Search Trader basically capitalizes on systems, and I've left a bunch of reviews at the bottom of this page that you hopefully can check out. That'll give you more information on all these things. If not, just email me. I'll try and put my email in the description below as well. Neighbor basically turned the 37,000 into millions by trading, like, basically momentum after earnings, which sounds simple, but he uses the squeeze indicator in a really quite smart way, and he uses some AI to really work out properly. And he gives trading, like live trading webinars every Monday, and gives us alerts basically in real time. Sends them out to subscribers via email, puts them on his site, and talks about them during his webinar at noon every Monday. So Neighbor Profit Search Trader is probably one of the best ones you can do if you're looking to take swing trades from like maybe overnight to like a week or so. So this is the webinar. So we'll look at it right here. Number one trade to make on Monday, June 30th. Now some of these numbers look about right. So you can see 12%, 17%, 130%. He does hit 100% quite a lot. Like recently he had 400% movers, which was really good. So beat the markets by 1700%, achieve 100% win rate to start the year. That did actually happen either last year or this year. I get mixed up. The years go by so fast. But obviously, it's not true for the whole year. It's nothing like that. Find out how his new AI, it's called Sam, is finding these setups faster than ever. Don't miss next play on Monday, June 30th. Let's see if we can skip this webinar and read
Hi,
the transcript.
Bill Tucker here. Today I have an urgent update about a story that I first broke in August 2023.
Wow, time goes fast. So this was August 2023. That's when they first started this. So it won't be long till it's been 2 years since he's been doing this. And this is like the update video done more
The story
recently.
was about an everyday man and a unique method for making serious money despite rising prices and all of the market's challenges. It involved a simple weekly trade that produced big gains for everyday Americans. And millions of people saw my story and wrote it off. And to be honest, even I was skeptical. But over 15,000 people gave it a real shot. And our team contacted them to see what's happened since they first attempted.
So this is a good webinar because it's going back and revisiting what happened since the initial webinar a year before to get people's opinions, get real stats, and all this kind of stuff. So I'll leave that for you. Here we go. There's a way to get out of it. You pretend you're leaving, read the transcript, then you can get the offer if you want to join, or just watch the webinar and learn what he has to say. So yeah, sounds pretty good. So it was 2024. He had the 100% win rate. He won the first 27 trades of 2024. It's varied. Sometimes he goes through losing streaks, sometimes winning streaks. Overall, fantastic guy, made millions of dollars, worth learning from, does a webinar every Monday. Really fantastic. So definitely check it out. So there you have it. There's my top 10 at the moment. And I probably have 20 or 30 of these that I've watched or been part of or bought from. So my final thoughts here is even with the pitch at the end, which everybody's always like, oh, there's a pitch. It doesn't matter. These webinars often give you some value, and the pitches are often very low cost products. They're the front end products that don't cost much that you can actually learn a lot from, or just make you decide, no, I don't want anything to do with that system. This guy's not right. I don't like him. He's too fast. I don't care. And you don't have to spend $1,000 or $500 or $2,000, whatever they want for their full system. So, from unique strategies and market insights to fresh perspectives from these seasoned traders, these sessions can really deliver real value, whether you want to buy anything or not. So, anyway, take notes during the webinar, stay curious, don't be afraid to test things out. They might resonate with you. I've known people that have told me in emails, wow, thank you for sending me that webinar. Thanks for sending me that stuff. It's really worked out great for me. I'll leave a link in the description for these 10 free trading webinars that are worth watching. Hopefully they'll be helpful to you, and let me know in the comments if you've tried any of them. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.